everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna create some kind of makeup look. I don't know what I'm going for quite yet. I have a few products out here on my table, but I did get a jump start on this video. I went ahead and did my skincare because it's basically the same stuff. Like, once again, when I like something and it works well with my skin, I won't change, unless there's something so spectacular that I can't resist. But so far, I'm still using the Super Hydration Face Moisturizer, the hyaluronic acid and vitamin E skin renewal. Excuse me, skin renewal. That's what I've been using this. Y'all know. And also, I've been using the Skincare Cosmetics Retinol Instant Radiance Booster. I just put this slightly underneath my eyes to smooth out. I guess somewhat, it's not that I'm tired, but it just smoothed out the under eyes and even the skin all over, but I don't use it all over. And then I use the Revlon Prime Plus Mattifying and Pore Reducing Makeup and Skincare Primer. Yes, the same old stuff. This mattifies my skin and smooth out my pores a good bit. Love it. And then I went ahead and did my brows. Yes, they're wild and untamed and all that good stuff. I mean, this is what I see everybody doing, so I'm just trying to, I guess, get into the trend. It's very hard because I'm used to real sculpted brows, but I'm just letting them run wild, okay? So I use the Jordana Shape and Tame. Even though my brows is not tame, I just use this brow color in blonde. It looks natural on me. And then I use the Jordana Feather Brows here, mascara. And then before those two, I use the ELF Clear wax stuff to just keep my brows in place. So that I've already done. So I created a video, and I don't know if that one will be posted before this one, but you'll see. I have got, now this is weird, okay? I've gotten two like L'Oreal foundations. This one here is the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Makeup, which I've already showed y'all. And I have one in soft sable, but I also have one for my skin tone, which is in True Beige N5. This one is a perfect match. I got N5 in the Lumi, the L'Oreal True Match Lumi. And the N5 was too light. Y'all will see this in a video. It was just a tad bit light. Wasn't real bad, but it was, you know, noticeable. I don't know why the shades would be different if it's by L'Oreal. Like, both products is by L'Oreal. I didn't get that at all. Because I said, okay, if this matched real good N5, then I need to get N5 in the Lumi. But the N5 in Lumi was too light. I'm just letting y'all know. So if you're going to get the True Match Lumi by L'Oreal, and say you're going to get L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Makeup, you might need to get a different color, because what you get in this, in one, may not be the same color in the other. That's what I'm trying to say. But anyways, that's my story. So I decided to pick up the other day W4 Warm. I took the other one back and I got W4 Warm. So we'll see how this will look. Hopefully it will look as good, because I'm not taking this one back again just because of the times that we are living in. I'm not going to take this one back. If this does not match, I will use a concealer or something to make it match, or another foundation. I will be using my Danielle Creations airbrush what is it, airbrush top or whatever. Is this here. I also have a first impression video. If I haven't already posted this, I really like this. I think it's really unique. And so this is what it looks like. So I really like it. It looks like a stamp, and it really does smooth out foundation. But if you want more of like full coverage, I highly recommend that you you know, don't use this brush, because this is going to give you a natural finish, okay? Now, excuse me, one thing that I didn't do is I didn't get out my brushes. I'm surprised at myself, because usually I always get out my brushes, so I don't have to stop to even tell y'all I need to get a brush. Okay, but I didn't get one, and so yeah, let's go ahead, y'all. Let's just keep it going, okay? So I'm getting out a few brushes here, just some of the ones right here in the front. So I use this brush to actually add the foundation on and then put it on my face. I stopped doing all this right here because I don't want my bottles like touching my face or anything right now, and I do think this is gonna be good. Oh, y'all, this look like it's too light as well. Like, what the? Okay, we'll see, but I think it's gonna be too light. And this is in warm, so it's hard with the Lumi. And if I'm not mistaken, that's one reason why I didn't really go all out for the L'Oreal Lumi foundation. I think this was the reason, because I have to buy 2 foundations. That's what it's coming down to, is I have to get 2 foundations to make this work, it seems. But they have a lot of range. Y'all know L'Oreal is one of the brands in the drugstore that has a lot of shades in their range, and y'all, it just seemed like I can't. Like, I sat there and I looked and I looked and I looked at they got great like picture demonstrations, stuff like that, but this still seems to be, or gonna be, too light. I guess probably most of y'all can see that. But then again, sometimes you don't see it until you actually smooth it out and the foundation warm up to the skin. But we will see, you guys. I almost got that on my brow. I had forgot I had done my brows, because usually I don't do my brows before. I'm going to try to straighten up my brows, though, with the foundation. Like, this will be nice to just kind of sculpt my brows a little bit. Get them a little bit more sculpted. And I did. See there? And I'm going to put a little bit up here, right underneath my brows. Even though I'm going to go back in with a bronzer. Something that I did way back in the day. I'm doing again. Some things you just don't forget. So I'll blend that out here in a minute. Okay, y'all, let's try this shade. It looks yellow in tone in the bottle. Like, it looks like it wouldn't match. But then again, as I'm looking at it, it does seem to be pink, but with a little bit of yellow undertone. Whatever I use has to have a yellow or golden or a peach golden undertone. Like, it can't be pink or it's not going to work. Okay, this one does match better than the N5. Oh yeah, this one will work, y'all. It matches my neck pretty close. So I did good compared to the first time. But I did do a first impression video on this Danielle Creations brush, and I'm just letting you know that I like it. It does thin out your foundation, just saying. It thins it out, but the finish is beautiful. It's natural, and it doesn't take away a lot of coverage. It just smooths out the foundation, and I say that in the video, so y'all need to check that video out if I have not already. If I have posted it. If I haven't, then you can't check it out, right? But as soon as I post it, or if I have posted it, please check it out. I think y'all will really like this brush. It's different from any other brush I've ever bought because you have this holder and it looks like a stamp. It looks like a stamp, but it's really good, you guys. I'm telling you, I love the finish of my makeup when I'm done putting it on using this product. Now I do have to go in with a second coat, so y'all, that matches really good. Like, that's a good match, I think. So I'm going to go in with one more coat because, as you can see, my foundation has been thinned out a good bit. So that's the only thing I will say additional to my first impression video is that I think I did mention that this is that you have to go back, because I went back over with a second layer. I feel like you have to do 2 layers no matter how much coverage, because usually these L'Oreal foundations, you get a lot of coverage. You usually don't have to use this much amount of foundation with L'Oreal. From my experience, like, it doesn't take this much, but with the brush that I'm using, you have to at least put 2 layers on so that you will get great coverage. Enough coverage if you want medium to full coverage. If you don't want medium to full coverage, then you're good one time for a light, smooth application of foundation. But I like some coverage, at least medium coverage, at least that much. And then I will, you know, like, be fine. At least it's medium coverage. I'm not really into full coverage like I used to be, so it doesn't bother me if I don't get full coverage unless it's some kind of event or something going on and I just need the extra coverage. But medium coverage is fine with me. So yeah. And it smooths out the foundation a little bit better the second coat. So I highly recommend, if you do see this brush and you want to try it out, remember the second coat, the foundation is going to look better and even more smoother and more coverage. Just saying, because I'm just being completely honest with you. As I always have been on YouTube. The second coat looks better than the first coat when it pertains to this brush. This one is the new one. I have 2 of them. I bought 2 because I thought it was really unique, and that way if I use one and I don't get to wash it, I would have this one, another one, just to use for the following day until I wash the brushes. But this is what it's looking like, you guys. Very smooth. I like it. Okay, and I need to smooth out the foundation on my eyelid here. I'm just gonna go across here and just smooth this out. Lately, this is all I've been doing. I haven't been using a primer on my eyelid or anything. Sometimes I'll use the Believe Beauty foundation as a primer, I don't know. Lately, I just have not been using a primer. And I just put on the foundation like I used to back in the day. So, it works, okay? Now, you can use this brush with, like, any cream products, even cream bronzers, whatever. Just whatever you got that's cream. Cream, blushes, whatever, foundation, etc. Now let's get on into the concealer. I'm going to use the Milani Conceal. Excuse me. Okay, I'm going to use the Milani Concealing Perfect. Sorry. And y'all, if this is looking a little bit too toned, I'm telling you it's not. I do have this little lamp light on, and that makes a difference. I'm just saying, because I need extra light over here where my mirror is located. So yeah, it's a little more even, as y'all can see, as far as the foundation. Like, look at my neck, my chest. Okay, all right. But when I turn on the light, it looks sort of two-toned, I think. In the video, it's a little bit more two-toned than I wanted it to be. And so I'm just saying. Now I'm going to put the Milani Concealing Perfect foundation on, or concealer, sorry. And I'm going to bring it on into the inner corner. I need to highlight my inner corner just a little bit. And there we go. Alright, so I use a highlighting brush to blend out my concealer, or blend it in. So I'm going to take this brush and yeah, go to work. Work this into my under eyes. And just blend it. Into the inner corner, out the edges, and up here by the side of my eye. I love that concealer. It doesn't crease on me. It looks amazing. I mean, now I'm just like basically creating little short videos and stuff like that, and I haven't done that in a while. Like this looks really good. I like it. Okay, so now let's go ahead and powder the face. Let's finish the face, and then we'll get to the eyes. Y'all know how I like to do. I'm gonna use this Beauty Balm product, and of course my Milani Silky Matte, I think, bronzer, because I haven't got a powder yet. I know y'all, I haven't got a powder yet. I need some orange juice, you guys. Like I said, I just got up, took a shower, and yeah, putting on some makeup. Maybe I didn't say that, but now you know. So grab some of this bronzer and some of the BB or Beauty Balm product. And put it on, basically. Setting my foundation. That's what I like to do. Now I'm going to set my under eye with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. Once again, y'all, it took me a long time to purchase this item. I knew how pretty it looked on everybody, but I don't know why it took me so long. And I want to say this is not, it's translucent, but it does have a little brightening effect to it. So, just saying. I want to get the shade Honey so that I can like use it all over my face to set my foundation. That's what I'm thinking about doing in the, I don't know when, but as soon as I can. I do love this underneath the eyes. It makes hell of a difference compared to my other powders that I used to use back in the day. So now, you guys, I'm just going to go in with my Milani Silky Matte bronzer. And I'm just going to bronze a little bit and add some color to my, and some dimension to my face. There we go. Y'all, I did a lot of editing yesterday. Like, I basically uploaded all of my videos to my channel here. So you probably gonna see a lot of videos that's on private, because I was trying to get some space on my computer, and that did help out a lot. So if you notice, there's some videos on here, especially very recent. I will post those videos one by one, but I had to get some space on my SD card as well as my computer as well. So went ahead and post those videos so that they wouldn't get lost or whatnot. And I didn't want to lose my videos. Alright. So now I'm going to go ahead and contour my nose. Go ahead and even that out. With everything else, I just use any kind of brush. I'm not even going to talk about brushes. I told y'all a long time ago I don't really care about talking about brushes unless y'all want me to name brushes. I still have brushes that I had years ago. That's how much I took care of them. So they may not even be available. But I still like them. And I still use my brushes. And just contouring this nose a little bit. Smoothing out everything here. I'm going to straighten out this contour because to me it looks a little bit too thick for my foundation. That's just what I see. And I'm just not into the heavy light contour. A light contour is good for me on my nose. Okay? Yeah. Over all the thick contouring. Now watch, it won't be long. I'll be thick contouring again. Every time you say you're over something, you end up doing it right back again. Okay? So the next thing is I do like to run a little bronzer, like Y'all, this is something that I was doing way back in the day. When I say way back in the day, we're talking about like 2014, 2015. I was doing this technique then. I used to work from my brows down, and I would highlight my brow, then put bronzer in, then put my color that I wanted to my crease, and then a shade on the lid down here. That was just what I did back in the day. So that's my credit, okay? So now I'm going to go ahead and add this bronzer here slightly underneath my brow bone. If you don't believe me, check out my videos. Go on and scroll down. You'll get to some of them. Alright, so I'm just putting it on sort of lightly, because this is like a transition color. A color to start out the eyeshadow look. And I just like this because I do have a lot of lid space. I know I say the same thing, but it's true. I have a lot of lid space. And so this just kind of helps out and gets everything looking good. Because I have a lot of lid space. And I just don't want everything empty up here on this way up here by my brow bone. I'd rather put something there, whether it's a bronzer, or I always use some sort of a bronze color or a good transition color to start out. So that's that. So now, okay guys, now we basically to eyeshadows, because we've got the face all done. So I pulled out this palette, but I'm not sure. Like, I have a few palettes that I haven't even tried yet. I have some that I've used very, like, minimal. And I don't know, like, really do I think I want something a little bold. I want something bold. And I thought I would try this palette again. I think I've already created an eyeshadow look using this palette, but this is the Color Central So Fiery, something like that, y'all. I don't know what that says, but this is the palette, and it's a very inexpensive brand, and you've got all of these shades here. As you can see, those red tones is what I'm looking at. I really do like those red tones. I think for this palette, I really go for that, the red tones. So that's what we're going to work with today. And I'm just going to, I don't know, I might have to grab another palette or two. We will see. But I'm going to start out with this this gray tone brown shade, just to add a color up here slightly above my crease, because what's going in my crease will be one of these red tones. I might use both of the tones, I don't know, but we will see. Okay, I don't never know what I'm going to do. I just come in here and just start creating videos. I don't never know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to create. I don't know. I just kind of go with the flow and see, you know, how everything turns out, basically. But yeah, that's just me. That's what I do. Okay, so I go away on into the inner corner with the shadow. For my eye shape, to me that looks really good to go into the inner corner and just kind of blend it on out to the outer edge here. And this is slightly above my crease, just slightly. And this doesn't look gray at all. It's starting to look like a, well, it does, but it's like more intense. Thought it was gonna be like a taupey gray shade, but it's a little bit more intense, and that's fine with me. It looks good. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the red shades here. I'm gonna take both of them. There's one that's like orange tone. There's one that's more like hot tone. I'm gonna go in with the orange tone shade first. These shadows do have some fallout. That's okay. I can work with it. So I'm gonna add this on now. And this is barely showing up. Okay, it's like an orange tone. Maybe because I'm like patting the shade, but it shouldn't be. So you can barely see this color. Barely. Like, it's a little orange, but it's not like bold. I figured it was going to be a little bolder, a little more intense, but it's not. Okay, so at least we'll have that little color peeping through with the next shade that I'm about to use, which is the more deeper red shade. Let's go in with it. I just been all over the place with like shadows. Just mixing and matching and all sorts of things. And I think I'm gonna like, now I see why I don't use this palette that much. Like, these colors, the real intense colors are not as intense on me. I can't say that that is the issue for somebody else. I really can't. On me, they're not as intense as I want them to be. And I see why I don't use this palette. I kind of saw it and I went, I ain't used this palette in a long time. I think I used it one time and I hadn't picked it up again, and I see why. Now I'm going to go up a little higher with this red tone because I kind of don't like that grayish color with this shade. I don't like that. So we're going to pick it up a little higher. Go up a little higher with it. Not taking away all of that shade, but just having that shade just like right, just a little bit above this red tone shade, which is not bold at all. Like, I'm disappointed. I do have a palette over there where I could use to intensify the color. However, you guys, I'm not gonna bother. Just, this is one of those days I'm using makeup and we're just gonna use some products, okay? And see how it turns out. Alright, so I did smooth out the edges a little bit, and that helped kind of lighten that gray tone shade. Okay. There we go. Alright. It looks okay. Doesn't look the best, but it's okay. It's not what I was going for, but we're going to try to make this happen, okay? So, what I'm going to do is, I want a hot pink shade. Something sort of hot pinkish. I'm going to take one of these palettes over here. I know I got some hot pink shades in one of these. They're really good palettes. This one is called Fierce by BYS. I think this one has a pink in it. It's more like a light tone pink. I have one that's like, yeah, this one is like baby pink. But you know what? That might look good on the lid. That might make it look like better than ever. So let me just take my flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to take this like Barbie pink shade and put this on the lid. Oh yeah, I like this now. This is starting to look really good. Like, y'all see the difference? Like, yeah, I know you do. It's like intensifying the look, bringing it out a little bit more. And this is not going to be a look for everybody, but it's a look that I like. I did come up a little high with this Barbie pink shade, so I have to go back in with this red shade from the first palette, and I'm just gonna deepen this up a little bit if I can. Yeah, I'll deepen it up. There we go. Alright, I'm liking this. I'm starting to like it. So now over here in the corner, I'm gonna deepen it up with a different shade. And first of all, I'm gonna blend this just a little bit more smoother, not taking much of the color off, just sort of blend it out a little smoother. Taking the Barbie pink shade and going back over that one more time, or again. Okay, so here we go. Now let's take a shade into the outer V here, and I think I was thinking about purple, but I don't know how well that's gonna work. Like, it might work good. Here's a purple shade in here, as you can see, right there. I don't know if it's gonna be deep enough, but let's see. I might have to mix it with a little bit of this brown to get it into the, oh yeah, it's a little bit more like the Barbie color, so it's a little bit more pastel, so I really didn't want that. Let me see if I can find another like more bolder pink. I do love this palette, y'all, trust me. I haven't used it in a long time. Let me see if I can find another one that has maybe, oh, here's one. Like, we've got these two colors here to use to go right into the corner. Everything will come together. I'm gonna straighten this out here. Now I'm gonna go back in, and I'm gonna use this red shade from the Hot House palette, and yeah, that's a little more intense and a little bit more of what I wanted. And then going back in with the Barbie pink shade from the Fierce palette. Don't want to take that away from the look. And it's gonna come together, y'all, I promise. It may not be looking like that, but it will. Okay. Then from there, I'm gonna take a highlight shade. I think I'm gonna use this one. This one has a nice shine. So this one is from the Hot House. I'll take the white shade from this palette and add it on right here on my brow bone. Alright. I like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab this brush that has some foundation and straighten up the corner side, because this is going to help guide me on what I need to do next. So I'm just actually using foundation to clear this up, make it a little bit more neater on the side. And I can go back in with the Laura Mercier powder, because I do have some fallout, that's for sure. So there we go. Going back in with this red tone from the Hot House palette. I'm going to bring this red tone on into the inner corner of my eye. Like that. Like literally like this. Yeah. Now, taking the Barbie shade from Fierce palette. Now what I want to do is I'm going to add a color on my bottom lash line. But first of all, I want to add like this shimmer onto the center of this Barbie pink shade, just to add a little boost to it. I do have my little like shimmer shades down here. Those are like powders. I have some samples down here, you guys. I haven't even tried. Like, I have samples, like the Ilia foundation. I haven't even tried them yet. Okay, but anyways, just getting back to today's video. I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use this one here. It's like a light pink. This is one of my favorites. And I haven't even tried this purple yet. I think I'm going to try it another time. Okay. But this is the purple. I mean the pink. It's like a baby pink. This is the Hard Candy Glitzerazzi eyeshadow duos. This one is in 1549, the shade. And I'm going to use the glitter side. If you cannot tell, that's like a little prismatic shade there. Alright, you guys, put just a little bit. So eyes is completed. This is the look. I know a pair of lashes will really stick this out, but I'm waiting. Oh my goodness, y'all look at that. That's so pretty. Once again, okay, we'll talk about that later on. But anyways, you guys, don't need a primer. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the blush. That's what I like about them the most. This is the Profusion. Is that they dry up onto the skin. Cosmetic Spectrum. And you don't need like glitter glue
eyeshadow palette.
You don't need none of that.
I've been using this
lately.
That's what I like about it.
I'm gonna use something completely like that. Y'all probably gonna go, what? But I just feel like just exploring.
Like I said, I have a few of them down there.
I really do. I feel like exploring and just
I haven't worn them
trying
in a while.
out things.
And I thought this
so
would be
I'm
really
gonna
pretty
add on like this beautiful light blue
okay, I'm trying to keep my lids.
I feel like it would be really pretty.
I don't want to pull my eye up quite yet. I want
this one.
My eyelid is what I'm saying. I'm keeping it down.
What brush to use. I'm gonna use this one here,
like this. And I'm gonna try this as a
I'm not gonna pull my lid all the way up, or it's gonna cream.
That's the only thing about
very daring.
You know, cream products. If you have good lids like I do. And see how this looks. It may not look good.
Do that too quick, and then everything
because
gets
I
up
see
here.
something right now that
now I'm gonna take the white shade on this, you guys, and I'm gonna put this into my inner corner.
So I'm gonna blend out the foundation
just for a little highlight. This I think is supposed to be the base. I don't know what this is. I rarely ever use the clear side. We're gonna be dirty one way or another, okay? So I guess I'm just gonna take the purple shade now. No, maybe with the added touch of this. I don't think I want to go with that one. I'm gonna go with the purple, and maybe the purple. Well, now that I blended it out, it's not bronze shade.
But so you will have to blend that out if you use it in the inner corner. So I'm gonna go in with the bronze. Guess what? And then I'm gonna take the purple and add it on right here. Oh yeah, I had to touch up on my bronzer. Really good. So now I probably thin this out right here. I see that it's a little thick. I went in just a little bit too thick with this. So I'm gonna blend this out just a little bit. You could take your foundation brush and do that. Bring it back into my inner corner. I'm pretty sure most of you know that. I'm liking this. I don't want it to be really like amazing. I don't want it to makeup like I don't want to mess up the eye makeup. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm not gonna take the hot pink. I'm gonna take something somewhat not real like. I kind of want a color on the bottom. But then again, I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe I should just use something sort of natural. I guess I'll just take purple. Since I got purple in the corner here, I'll take this purple shade from the Fierce palette and add that on my lash line. And I'm making it somewhat smudged out. I'm not trying to be neat with it. I do have certain brushes that's made for that, but I want it to look a little smoked out under here. Just like that. Alright. So now it's time to go in with liner, you guys, and I'll do the other eye off camera. So if you're wondering why I just did one, that's why, because it takes me so long. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my L'Oreal Voluminous Smoldering eyeliner, and yeah, I'm gonna go in with this. And I'm trying to get some of this color off of my nose. I will have to redo my bronzer on my nose, just saying. And highlight my under eye. So I'm going to try not to make this too smoky. But then again, I don't know. I might go ahead and, you know, thicken it up. But I think there's a lot going on with my eye that I don't need, like my eyeliner really smoked out or anything, or smudged out is what I'm trying to say. And there we go. That's real neat. But I'm going to put some color up here on my lash line. And this is where I get a little bit like
not so precise, because the more liner I have on top, the better I like it. Some people do not like that, but everybody's different. The more liner I have on top, the better I like it. And I have hooded, now somewhat saggy eyes after my eye injury, but that's okay. It can get fixed, okay? Yeah. So, and just add this color in, and then I want to wing it out, but I don't want to wing it out with this pencil, because this just does not work to me, in my opinion. From my experience, it just doesn't work out right for me as far as winging out my liner just a little bit. So I'm going to use the Rimmel Ink Me pencil or liquid liner, not pencil, but I'm going to bring this out and try to keep it even with the purple shade and not go out beyond that. And this is about as long as I want, or how far out I want my wing. And then I'm going to connect it to the liner. There we go. And that's about as much as I want. Now, right slightly above this color, I'm gonna add a, like, this beautiful light orange shade, or either it's really hard to determine what shade to use. I think the orange would look real good, so I think I'm gonna use, out of the Hot House palette here, I'm gonna take the orange shade here and the other one, and I'm gonna add this color up in here. It's right up in here. Add a little more to the look. See there? That looks even cuter to me. Kind of put all the colors together. Alright, so now it's time for mascara or lashes. I've been wanting to wear lashes, you guys, but I've been wanting, I think I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait a little while longer, but I'm going to go ahead and use my Maybelline Lash Sensational Full Fan Effects Mascara, and I'm going to put it on. And no, I don't coat my underside of my, like the roots of my lashes, just because I had an eye injury, as y'all all know, and I'll keep talking about it for a long time. But I just don't get to the root of my lashes. I used to, until that happened, so I don't do that. And I'll let that dry a little bit on top. Add a little mascara on the bottom. Alright, and so now dip it in the mascara again, and then go back on top here. And I love my lashes looking a little clumpy, because that makes them look a little thicker, a little bit longer. So I don't mind my lashes looking a little clumpy. That's just my preference. Then I go underneath add a little extra so I get this false lash look. Alright, so I'm pretty much content with this look. Excuse me. I'm pretty much content with this look. I like it a lot. I want more highlight into the inner corner though, and a little bit more highlight on my brow bone. And that clear color on the hard candy side, and just kind of blend that a little bit more intense. That's the way I like my highlight. So now going back in with the highlight from the Hot House, I'm going to add that highlight back on very boldly, like that. Alright, so basically this eye's done. Now let me finish this eye, and then I'll come back with the like blush and the lipstick, and we'll be finished. Okay. Alright, you guys, I am back, and so yes, this is the finished look. I know that this is a bit dramatic, but like I said, I'm more into the dramatic looks than I am the natural looks. But anyways, I think that this is somewhat of a nice, I wouldn't say nice, but I would say it's like more for a, like, for instance, Valentine's Day look. I feel like we all somewhat amp up our look for Valentine's Day. I know that this is a bit much on the eyes for some, but once again, for me, I have a whole lot of lid space. So with me adding more colors and defining more on my lids actually helps me out a good bit. So I don't mind the extra shadows, the extra colors on my lid, just because I have a lot of lid space. I have to say this, I think the makeup look is pretty as far as the face makeup too. Once again, I used the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Healthy Luminous makeup. I did use W4, which did match me pretty well. And the thing about this foundation is I will get oily a little bit. I'm gonna be honest with you, with this foundation, it does give you that luminous finish, but it can get a little oily later on. Just saying, okay? I know some of you already tried it. It's not a brand new foundation, but it does get somewhat oily a little bit, especially around your mouth lines and on your forehead. That's where I get oily when I use this foundation, but it's an absolutely amazing luminous foundation in the drugstore. I highly recommend it. I like the finish, and especially using the Danielle Creations airbrushed flat top or whatever brush. Okay. I really like this. This does smooth out my foundation. It does provide a nice light airbrush finish, because it takes away some of the makeup like foundation coverage, but it smooths out. This is what I like about it the most. It smooths out the foundation very well. Like, it smooths it out so nicely, and I think that's what they're talking about, like an airbrush finish, because it smooths out the foundation really nicely. I do like these brushes. I do like the brush holder, like you just stick it in there and then pull it on out, just like that. And then you got your brush here, and then you got your brush holder there. Very simple, but the brush is not soft, but it's not hard either. But it's just not soft. Don't think that the bristles is very soft. They're not. But I do like this brush a lot. It smoothed out my foundation, and the foundation finish is beautiful. Okay. So yeah, I really like that brush. I love how my makeup doesn't look like it's really caked on, and it doesn't look like I've put on a whole lot of foundation, because a lot of times when I create makeup looks, sometimes I go overboard with foundation. I'm better now than I was years ago, but there is times where I'm like, ooh, I put just a tad bit too much foundation. But anyways, you guys, if you use that brush, it will smooth out all the extra foundation. If you're like me, you kind of get heavy-handed and you just get carried away. Okay. All right, so let's get into the eyeshadows real quick, because y'all know about like my mascara and all that stuff. My liner, I ain't even got to get into that. I basically told y'all all of that from the beginning, so I don't have to really talk about the mascara. But y'all, I highly recommend this Hard Candy Glitzerazzi eyeshadow duo. This one is in the shade 1549, and it's called Cosmo Queens. That's the name of it. And you get this shimmer side. This is like a light pink shimmer side, and then you get the matte white or pearlescent white shade here, which I use in the inner corner, and I did add a little powder on top of it just to set it. But this sparkle that you see on my eyes, y'all know I use this side here. This glitter, you don't have to add glitter glue, you don't have to add any kind of base. It just kind of dries up on the lid. I haven't had any issues with it. Now I will say this, if you're gonna use this glitter side as a liner, maybe not to put all like on your lids, but like get way down here on the lash line, I would recommend a glitter glue. I wouldn't get that close to my lash line with this, because I'm pretty sure it will probably get into the eyes. Maybe not, because like I said, if you look at my eyes, you can tell that that glitter has dried up on my lids, and it looks absolutely amazing, sparkling and beautiful. So I really highly recommend these. I have a few more. In fact, y'all will see me use another one probably very, very soon, because I will be creating a Valentine's Day makeup look and a I don't know if it's going to be Taylor Tuesday or if it's going to be Fashion Friday. I think it'll be Fashion Friday's video, because I think Valentine's Day is on, what day is it on? Is it on Sunday? I think it's on Sunday. So, I don't know if it's Sunday. Yeah, I think it's on Sunday, you guys. Saturday or Sunday. So, most likely it'll be a fashion, this coming up Fashion Friday video will be Valentine's edition. That means Valentine's makeup and an outfit for Valentine's Day. Alright, I got something already in plan, and I'm not going to tell you, okay? So you have to wait, and you have to watch. But anyways, you guys, these are really good by Hard Candy Cosmetics. I absolutely love them. Recommend it. Now, as far as the eyeshadow palettes, you know I've talked about this Profusion Cosmetics Spectrum 10 color eyeshadow palette. Absolutely love this. I use this as my blush palette. However, it is an eyeshadow palette, so you can use this for eyeshadow or for blush, whatever you like. But you guys, I absolutely love this. This is like my favorite palette for blushes. I know some of those colors y'all probably say, what? That is not a blush color. Y'all, I am more into dramatic looks and very unique things. I do things differently, as y'all probably already know. So I'm like all in my own zone. Okay, so I'm not like trying to like. I do some of the trends. I'm not gonna lie. I do some of the trends, but you know, I just do whatever I feel like doing. You know, I don't try to keep up with the trends or whatnot as far as makeup trends and stuff. But I love to see people do other, like their own trends, whether they're like the newest trends or whatever. I do like to see videos like that, but I just basically stick with what I know that I feel like looks good on me. Okay, so getting back to the palettes, these two palettes are absolutely amazing. They're very inexpensive. They're by the brand BYS Cosmetics. This one is in Fierce, which is an amazing package, or not package, but just, yeah, amazing package. And I really like this one because this one has the bright, vivid colors. This is going to be really nice in the summertime just to amp up my looks and stuff. So I use the purple mainly from this palette. That's what I have on my bottom lash line, as you know. And then I use the Hot House, which is also by BYS. And I use this pink. I went back in and used the pink. And then I used the two orange shades slightly above the pink shade, just to blend in a little extra, you know, just to put a little bit more into the look, you know, on top. And then, you know, I started out with this palette, the Color Central So Fiery or something like that. I don't know. It's in cursive, so it's kind of hard to read. I don't know, fiery or whatever. But this palette, y'all, I regret even buying because these red tones, as y'all know, were very light. And on top of that, I feel like, if I can remember when I use this palette, I think the neutral tones is the best colors to use out of this palette. The real bold shades just doesn't stick out much. But hey, I got it in my collection. I will use it, but I'm just saying, as y'all know, I went from that palette thinking I would just use this palette to using two extra palettes. So, plus a glitter, okay, from Hard Candy. But anyways, I like the look. It is a bit more like really dramatic. It's not a look for everybody. I mean, okay, it is what it is, but I don't know how good that looks, but I had to turn off that light for a second. But anyways, I like the finished look. I really do. I like it. I do think if I had to put on a pink lipstick, this would really stick out. But y'all, I'm a type of person, I like nude lipsticks. No matter what kind of eyeshadow look I create, I basically love my nudes. Or a natural pink shade on my lips. That's just what I am into. And no matter what eyeshadow looks I create, I tend to always go with nude lipstick colors. But I am trying, and I have been trying for a while, to get into more colors and put more colors on my lips, like reds and hot pinks, because I do have some. I just don't go for them because I've been into the nude lipsticks for years, okay? Ever since they brought out the nudes. I remember the first nude that they brought out, somewhat of a nude, that they brought out back in my high school year. It was by, I think it was Revlon. No, it was by Max Factor. That's when they were still selling Max Factor around. And I think it was called, yeah, it was called Ice. ICE. And it was called Ice because it was so light and natural. And I would buy that. I think I bought like 2 or 3 probably tubes of that lipstick. It was very popular when I was in high school. So that was one of my favorite colors, and I mean, I bought it because I liked the fact that it was like a nude like pink. It was like a light pink, but it was sort of like the nude pink color. So just to let you know, I love nude lipsticks. But I do think a hot pink lipstick with this would have been very, very pretty. Even a light pink, even a pearlescent pink lipstick would have been good. But I went with this. This is what I like on me. And so yeah, you guys, that is the video. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and comment if you like, because I will respond to your comments. I have a video that I've already uploaded, but it's on private, just answering some of the most recent comments. So just know I will get to your comments and respond to them. And yeah, you guys, look forward to some more videos this week, because I have a Shein.com haul that will be coming this coming up week as soon as I get it. And also I will have the Valentine's Day Fashion Friday video, and also I might even have new hair. Okay, hopefully the package get here this week. I'm hoping that it gets here before Valentine's Day, because there's a wig that I really want to put on, and I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. So those are some of the things to be looking forward to, you guys. So I'm excited for it this week because I'm getting some new things, and I can't wait to show y'all my Shein.com haul. You're gonna love the things that I picked. It's one of my biggest Shein hauls. Like, just wait till you see it. Like, it's gonna take some time. Okay, so I am very excited. Thank you for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video. Mwah. Take care. Bye-bye.
Is this how you repay me?